So we pineapple pudding.
Are you okay?
I'm not
Do
because
you need a moment?
as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow. Now it wasn't bad. It didn't taste bad, and I would eat it, but I'm just like, wow, like pineapple, like
Okay.
how did you go from bananas to pineapple? What's up, everybody? You've tuned in to Just Drawz, the podcast that explores hot topics and various experiences among same-gender loving Black men. In each episode, we offer raw, vulnerable, and stripped-down perspectives to give voice to our frequently overlooked population. Here, we don't just scratch the surface, we dive deep, peeling back the layers of our experiences as well as heteronormative stereotypes. Let's get into this week's episode.
What's up, family? Welcome to Just Drawz, the podcast where we keep it vulnerable,
Raw, stripped down,
and authentically
just us.
I am Jeff.
And I'm Darius, aka DMC.
So grab a drink
Or keep your hands on the wheel.
Readjust your supports, and let's get into it. All right. This episode, we are coming from the Amazon Distribution Center.
Love it. I love it. I might as well just grab a few things while we're here. So,
right, because that's where everybody's gifts are coming from.
mine are. Well, I'm not going to say all of mine are. I got to figure out where at least one is going to come from, but I haven't figured that out yet. So I still got just a little bit of time.
Okay. All right. Yep. I've ordered most of my gifts, so I'm pretty much in a good spot. Or at least I know what I'm going to order, so it's not going to be too much of a big deal. But now that I think about it, I think Amazon really is going to be like
the spot,
the sole provider of all gifts that I'm going to be giving.
That's right. Even though we're not supposed to be shopping at Amazon, but listen.
Well, that's Target.
Well, no, it's Target and Amazon too.
It's not Amazon in my house.
Oh, well, it hadn't been in mine either, but it has been on the list. I will say that. So yeah, we are rebels. It didn't take, and we are doing what we need to do here.
Right. Yeah. I'm okay with Target. Banishment and whatnot. That's fine with me.
I don't use them, but like
I will full disclosure. So I have actually purchased things from Target.
I have too. I've purchased just a few, but it's the only reason is because it's in proximity of where I am. And I'm like, I'll just go here and grab just a couple of things, but it hasn't been like, let me go in here and see what they got and walk in the aisles and picking up stuff and stuff like that. I did purchase just recently there's a Black owned scent that I had not seen in Target, and I can't even think of the name of it right now. I'll put it in right. You see what I'm saying? I'll put it in the comments, but I did buy like a little sampler pack of that. But I can't think of the name of it, but the stuff smells pretty good. So I was like, I'll give, the Black people who are still in Target a little shot here, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. See, now I haven't gone for like odds and ends, but what I have purchased from Target has been Tabitha Brown merchandise. So, the only things that I've purchasased have been supporting Black people. So I got some Tabitha Brown coffee mugs, and I've bought some shorts. I can't remember his name right shorts? Now. Oh no! I can't remember the name of the designer, but it's a Black-owned designer that they had featured earlier, right after the boycott started. That was on clearance, and they were the only people that had this particular color of shorts that I wanted. So I ordered that. But yeah, I've not gone in there for like toothpaste or toilet tissue. None of that. I get that from other sources, but the things that I have bought have been Black owned. So I may. So
we'll put that in the link. Yeah, we'll put that in the description. The shorts of the designer that you bought. So
yeah,
maybe
we'll
can
put
find
that in there.
person.
We'll reference that later on. But yeah, I haven't gotten like little knickknacks. But yeah, for that purpose only was the reason why I went into Target. So I supported the people.
That's right. And happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, happy holidays. Yes, so we are in
Happy
our holiday
holidays. Yeah,
garb.
that's right.
I've got my Jack Skellington on.
And I am one of the most famous black songs in the world ever. So I have the Temptations, and it is in my mind at the top. So anybody that knows, I'm sure you all are probably singing the song right now. So
Right. All right, so let's get started with this holiday themed episode of Just Draws. So I'm gonna let you take lead on this.
sure. So, again, happy holidays to everybody. And this is our annual holiday show. So, we come to you, we kind of talk a little bit about the past. That was one of the first season we did the past, Christmas past. Then did we do present last year? Maybe. I think it was, Christmas present.
Yeah, we did Christmas present, I think.
Yeah. So this year's kind of a little bit of an amalgamation of both. So it's past and present, maybe a little bit of future too. So maybe next year we'll think about what we're, us doing a future show. But we came up with a few little talking points, some stuff that we just wanted to kind of share with you about some of our traditions, some of the things that mean Christmas to us, songs that we like, foods, all of those things. So, we just want you to kind of come in the comments as well and share some of your memories and some of your Christmas traditions and all of those things there too. So let's see. Now, I know that you decorate just a little bit, or at least you did maybe a couple of years ago, decorate. So do you still do that?
This year I did not do any decorating, and I didn't do any decorating last year. This set is the most decorating that I'm doing, because I think of like bah humbug, but I think about whatever goes up must come down.
Right.
And so I don't like putting up a lot of stuff for Christmas, because I'm always thinking about, okay, so once I put this up, it's got to come down, and who's coming by my house really to see this? So we did not even have trick or treaters this year, so it's kind of like, yeah, there's some lights and stuff going on in the neighborhood, but I'm like, I'm good. But yes, so in the past, Christmas past, I have decorated. I've done a little something outside, like decorated my door. Put Christmas lights around the door, the windows, had a little some going on in the house. I've never put up like a full, spread of, some people get like the whole little, crystals and wreaths and candles and all that stuff in the house. I've never done that. But I've usually will have something to, indicate that it's the season in my house. But this year I don't have anything but this set, this wonderful garland.
And that's it. That is awesome. When you did decorate, when was the time that you started decorating? Did you start like after Thanksgiving, or did you start before that? Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I feel like every season should have its own time to live and breathe.
Okay.
So when I see, the Halloween stuff coming up, and around 4th of July, I'll be like, okay, huh?
Right. It's dumb.
Right. But yeah, I like to wait until after Thanksgiving. If I'm going to decorate at all, it's definitely going to come after that time, because I don't normally get into the Christmas spirit any earlier than that. Like, even though I'm not super big on Halloween, I still feel like we need separation of church and state. We need separation.
Why did I knew you were going to say that? I was
holiday.
like, not church and state, though. Yeah, I knew you were getting ready to say that.
We need separation of these things, because everybody needs a little bit of time to shine. So why are we doing Christmas and Halloween at the same time? Now, I did do that with this.
Okay.
Kind of like,
yeah.
But Jack Skellington is really for Christmas. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know, I don't get it. So yeah, I'm after Thanksgiving guy when it comes to that. Let me get through this holiday and then get through the next one so I can enjoy that one. So to the fullest. What about you? What's
Yeah,
your
I'm the
philosophy?
same. I'm the same. It's always really interesting. Halloween is my second favorite holiday. I've talked about that before on the podcast. Thanksgiving is my first, but when Halloween comes around and there are people in my life who are like, all right, once the last trick or treater, is done, these Christmas lights are going up, and I'm going, really? Like, that's crazy. And I just don't understand that. So usually I don't start decorating until the top of December, like the very first week of December. And I'm like you, I don't put up a lot of stuff in my house right now. I do have a little bit. I have a Christmas box. So I have a red and green tub that I keep all of my Christmas decorations in. It stays in my storage unit until the top part of December or the latter part of November. And I go grab it. I have 2 Charlie Brown trees. The actual Charlie Brown tree that had the one ornament on it. I have one on my living room table, and I have a bigger one or a little bit larger one that actually plays music in that little entryway table. You know, that entryway table when you come up my stairs. Yeah. So I have one right there. I put some lighted garland around the top of my staircase. And I have a little small tree it's already pre-lit that's in my bedroom, in my window. And that is about it. I changed my bedding for winter, not necessarily for Christmas. So my bedding is my favorite. My favorite print is the red buffalo check.
Right.
And so I changed my bed around with that. And you got me a red buffalo check comforter one year, so I put that on in December, top of December, and I run that through April, I believe. Yeah, so I run it through April, and so yeah, I just keep that on there. So that's kind of holiday-ish, but it's really just kind of winter. So yeah, I don't do a whole lot either. I have a couple of other little things that I throw up here and there. A couple of what do you call those, Nutcracker figurines. I throw a couple of them up, but yeah, it's nothing major. Very minimalist when it comes to me, and yeah, it's not a lot because I'm not doing a whole lot like that for Christmas.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Now, if I was hosting, it would probably be a lot different. Like if I was going to be like, hey, everybody come over to my house and this and other. If I was having events or parties, then yeah, I'd make it a little bit more festive.
Would you put trees up and stuff like that?
Probably not.
Okay.
Again, because I'm not, it's not like if I was hosting Christmas at my house, then yes, I would have a tree. If I was only having a Christmas party, I would not have a tree up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals in life. I want to get a house large enough that I can invite my family up for Christmas and we be here together. Like people have rooms, spaces and stuff like that, and we just kind of kick it. So maybe somewhere down the line I'll have that and be able to say, all right, everybody come to my house for Christmas, and I got a room here, you get a room, you get a room, you get a room, you get a room. Yeah, right. You too get a room. But no, I don't ever want a house so large that I'm like, okay, I'm inviting 12 people up and everybody has a bedroom. That's OD. No. That's a bit much. And I would be like, okay, when are y'all leaving?
Exactly. Like y'all can leave at lunchtime as soon as breakfast is done on the 26th. No, on the 25th. Tell me y'all can head on back now and beat the traffic because everybody's still enjoying Christmas and watching the train run around the tree with their robe on and a cup of coffee. So nah, y'all can head out. So if you were decorating, right, what would be like one of the first things that you will put on or in your house or on the tree when you decorate?
So if I had a tree or if I put a tree up, probably the first thing is I'd pull out ornaments and just start putting ornaments, on trees and figuring stuff out. You know how perfectionist I can get. So I have to make sure that, the tree is like fluffed up right. And then as I'm placing ornaments, so not ointments, but
what as kind of tree is
okay.
That?
Yeah. A special tree. Yeah. So as I'm placing ornaments on the tree, I have to make sure that they're spaced out properly and like all of that stuff. I can remember decorating trees when I was younger, the tree that we had at the house. And, there were ornaments that we had every year, ornaments you made in school and stuff like that. And you're like, okay, I want to put this on, display toward the front a little bit. Or one year I had the grand idea to put action figures on the tree. And did you ever remember popping popcorn and stringing that up and putting it on the tree?
I remember that being a thing, but we didn't do that in our household.
Okay. Yeah. We did that a couple of years. But yeah, it would be the ornaments, or we didn't call them ornaments at the time, balls. Go get the balls. We're gonna put the balls. Go get them balls. And put them balls on the tree. Yeah. So we would put the balls on the tree. So, but what about you now? Now, when you done a tree before, what was like the first thing that you put up?
So around the house, I think usually we would start with like a wreath or something like that. Or like maybe some little figurines, because it's easy to just kind of pull that out the box and just like put it up. But I would probably say like the official thing that would start this season would be like the wreath. But like you said, pulling out the boxes of ornaments and of lights. No, we had ornaments. We did not have balls. We had ornaments in our house. We were very bourgeois.
I see. Yeah, no, we were very ghettois at my house, so it was balls. Yeah. So,
but yeah, we would pull out the ornaments and things like that. Usually, I think once like you mentioned, we would make ornaments in school and stuff like that. So there's an ornament that I made in the second grade that still goes up on the tree.
Oh, that's dope.
Usually. And it may not be the first, but it definitely makes an appearance on the tree. So I would say that it's basically just a little felt picture frame made out of in the shape of a Christmas tree that we kind of glued on like glitter and sequins on to make the lights and garland on it and whatnot. And then there's a little cutout for my school picture, I think, from the second grade. And then that just kind of goes in the middle of it. So, but yeah.
You got to take a picture of that so that we can, or at least I can see it.
If it's going on the tree, when I get there, or if it's not already on the tree, there will be no picture because I'm not digging for it.
So wrong.
I'm not digging for it.
You're supposed to find that. Those are memories. You're supposed to have those for real.
The memories are okay, but I'm not about to dig for the physical version of it.
Okay.
It's in my mind, like your shirt. In my mind.
In my mind. That's right.
Is the ornament.
Okay. So yeah, so if we get off of decorations a little bit and we just kind of talk a little bit generally about Christmas, what would you consider is your favorite thing about Christmas? And for our listeners to, come down and talk to us about that. What's your favorite thing about Christmas?
I feel like the gifts. The gifts are the best thing about Christmas.
Okay.
For me, it is the gift giving. And basically for me, it's the knowing and figuring out what someone wants for Christmas and, or something that they don't even think that they need or even know that they want it, and giving that gift. And there's like, oh, where did you come up with this? Like, I never would have thought to get this for myself, or, I like to give gifts like that if I can. If it's something that you tell me that you want, I want a PlayStation box $295. I will go find you the PlayStation box $295. But if you don't give me anything, or I just get like a blank canvas, I'll try to think about different conversations we've had in the past, things that you may have showed me before, and then try to like work around that. So the giving of the gift, the hunting for the gift, figuring out what it is, hunting for the gift, purchasing the gift, wrapping the gift, giving the gift. So the gifts for me that whole process is my favorite part.
Yeah. The gifts, I don't, the older I've gotten, the less gift in the gift giving mood I've become. It has been, I like getting gifts because I'm a really good gift giver in most instances. So I like you said, I like the hunt to find the gifts and stuff like that. I don't particularly like receiving a lot of gifts from people because people don't know how to shop for me, specifically
Okay.
my family. And so when they get me stuff, it's just like, okay, this is nice. I'll accept it, but a lot of times I'm like, now, why did you get this specifically? There's one person in particular, and like I said, I'm not ungrateful. I don't want to put that out there, but there's one person in particular in my life, my baby brother, who's actually coming up here to Baltimore to spend Christmas here with me. So I love him to death. Love him to death. He is one of the most beloved people in life ever, but he is not a good gift giver. You have to tell him what you want and he'll get it. Or if you allude to it, he'll get it. He does think about things a little bit and he's like, okay, well, this could be something good. This could be something good. So he's gotten me a few things that I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like, okay, why did you think about this to get me? And he'll just kind of tell me something. And I'm like, okay, logically in your mind, that makes sense to me. So like he got me the millions, billions, trillions sweatsuit that I had on. He bought that for me last year. And I was like, this is the greatest gift I have ever gotten. And my other siblings were like, did you tell him that you wanted this? And I was like, yes, I did, which is why it was the greatest gift I have ever gotten. So, and he got me a pair of Snoopy slippers that I'll wear around Christmas. It's like Snoopy with a Christmas hat on. So I'll wear those. So stuff like that. But I think for me, my favorite thing about Christmas is, and I'm going to get really sappy here, is just hanging out with family and friends or people that I genuinely love. Okay. That's all I want. The gifts, again, years ago when I was young, decades ago when I was young, I remember counting down to Christmas. Like, okay, I can't wait. And then couldn't sleep the night before, or you would sleep a little bit, but 2:00 in the morning, I'm up looking around, shaking my leg in the bed, thinking I'm hearing Santa in the living room, putting stuff out. Mind playing tricks on me going, I was like, wait, I think I heard something. And then we were not allowed to open anything until 6 a.m. I had to stay in the bed or stay in my room until 6 a.m. Then at 6 a.m. we could get up. And then I was up all day long, didn't want to eat, didn't want to do anything but play. That's it. So that was that. But spending time with my family and friends and, if I'm dating, spending time with a partner, that's really what it's more important to me. And being able to rest and just chill out and hang with people and talk junk or laugh about old times, watch movies, eat, I like stuff like that. So that's the thing with it. For me, it is.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Or it can just be like me, a little greedy, but not necessarily greedy. But like I said gifts. I buried the lead there. I did say gifts, but again, it's that whole process for me. But I get it. Like, I don't really care about getting gifts myself that much.
Yeah.
Because that's never really been the focus as I've gotten older, or that's become less of the focus rather.
Right.
Like when I was younger, just like you, I wanted stuff. I want this. I want that. I want this thing, just like kids are. And then the older you get, you kind of be like, okay, well, I'm an adult. I can get whatever I want as long as I budget it when I want it. So I don't have to wait on Christmas Day just to get this thing. I can just get it myself. But if someone gets it for me, great. Awesome. But yeah, it's about the material things really aren't that big of a deal. It's more, I guess, the thought process and the thoughtfulness that a person puts in the gift giving. Yep. So you said that you like to spend Christmas Day basically just kind of like eating and all that stuff and playing, or at least you did when you were a kid. Is that still the case now?
Yeah, I don't want to do much on Christmas. I want to get up. It depends on where I am. I want to get up, and as I've gotten older, what usually happens is we will, wherever I am, we'll probably open up stuff the night before. And so then there's really nothing to open up on Christmas Day. So you just wake up, you eat breakfast, you lay around, you watch a movie on TV, you go to sleep again, you wake up, you get dressed, you might go to somebody's house and eat, and then you come back home and you lay back down. So I'm good on that. I just love to rest. That's my thing. Rest and relaxation is my thing. So this year it'll probably be that. Like we'll just kind of get up, make some breakfast, watch some movies, go to sleep, eat lunch, watch some more movies, go to sleep. That's a perfect day for me. I don't have to be involved in a lot of stuff. I don't have to be out and about like that on Christmas. But sometimes I'll go to somebody's house and eat, but that's about it. I'm good on the rest of it all. So how do you spend Christmas Day?
Yeah, so with me, I'm normally in front of the television playing video games.
Okay.
Because Christmas Day is a very big, especially now as in the age of online gaming. It's a very big day to get online and play anything. If you're mid-level good at any game, that is a good day to like get in and find some scrubs that just got the game to just beat up on, or shoot up, because everybody's just now getting these new consoles and they've never played this game before, or they got a new computer, they got an upgraded video card. So yeah, I normally spend the first part of the day playing video games.
Okay.
And then like you watching TV. So I'm gonna use that day to like binge. We'll probably go see. Well, I think this year I don't really have a lot of family that's going to be in town for Christmas in my hometown. So I don't think we'll be doing a lot of house hopping that day. So I'm probably just gonna chill out, watch TV, eat, make a couple of phone calls as usual, and get some gaming in. So yeah, that's going to be.
You and your partner are not going to be spending Christmas Day together this year, correct?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. We're both going to be seeing our individual families this year. Last year we did spend it together. We went on a group trip, and we plan on TikToking and doing that every other year. So we're in the early stages of preparing for that next year. But this year we're doing things individually.
I do remember that now that you went on that trip. I remember now the episode where we talked about you were going on that trip. So
yeah. So that's going to be every other year type of thing. But yeah, this year we're doing our own things.
Okay. That's what's up.
And so like last year was cool because it got cold, and we had a little bit of a frost, which I kind of appreciated because it made it seem more festive to be in that cold environment. I can't imagine like being in like a warm place. And I know people have warm Christmases all over the world. Like, they can't help it, like a Hawaii or a Southern California or a Mexico and stuff like that, where there is no snow, no chill in the air, no nothing. But Santa Claus is just, doing his thing with his cap on and his big ass red suit and these boots and all of that. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good for them. Not my experience. I prefer a cold, I need to be in the spirit of Christmas type of deal. And I'm looking at you and all of this head nod and movement, and I'm guessing that you feel pretty much the same way.
I know this is our Christmas episode, goodwill toward men and all of that, but fuck a warm Christmas. I can't do it. And I lived in South Florida for 2.5 years, and it was a warm/hot Christmas. The first Christmas I spent in South Florida was 2018. I was there. I had just moved there. I'd probably been there maybe a week, and no, not even a full week at that point. Maybe it was a full week, actually. I got there on the 18th. So yeah, Christmas Eve, I had gotten my apartment set up the way I wanted it to.
Okay.
Bruh, I went to a friend's house who actually has been on the podcast before. He's our political correspondent. So I went to his house for Christmas, and I was like, you know what? I am going to wear this ugly Christmas sweater, even though it is 80 degrees outside. I'm wearing this sweater. So when we got inside his house, they had the AC on, and I was sitting there with this sweater on going, yep, it's Christmas, guys. So it was, I can't stand it. And then actually the next year, my dad's side of the family came down to South Florida for Christmas. And I think that's cool if like once or twice or once every other year or every other year, something like that, like you decide to go somewhere warm just to get a change of scenery, much like you do when people say, oh, I don't want to eat the same foods, the traditional Christmas foods this year. I want to do something different. I want to do something different. I think that's cool every once in a while to do that. But because I didn't grow up like that, I didn't grow up in a warm climate where it was warm at Christmas like that. I don't want to be anywhere where it's hot, and we went to the beach the day before on Christmas Eve. And I was like, I mean, I'm here and you guys are here. This is great, but this does not feel like Christmas. I mean, lights on palm trees. No. So I'm not that guy. I want a cold Thanksgiving and I want a cold Christmas.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be super cold on Thanksgiving, but I want to be able to wear a sweater and or a jacket or something, but I can't do warm Christmas. And I don't want a white Christmas. I don't want it to snow.
So you want it to be a cold Christmas,
cold,
no snow,
and
no
sun. Yeah. Cold and the sun is out. That's it. I don't want a white. I don't want there to be snow, and I don't want to come outside and have on tank top and flip flops. No.
Okay, because that was going to lead me to something else, but we may get to that later.
Okay. I can't wait.
When it comes to Christmas, because you said you need to have like the coldness and things like that, is there like a specific color scheme that you like for your Christmas?
Other than the buffalo red check, that's my favorite print. I will douse everything around my house in that. Like that's winter and somewhat Christmas for me. So like the bows that are on the ends of my banister are that buffalo check. My bedding is that buffalo check. The pillows on the couch in my bedroom, I have buffalo check pillows. I have some Timbs that it was Timberland and it was like the Biggie Smalls or the Notorious B.I.G. Timbs, and they have when you fold it down at the top, it's buffalo check around that. I have those. So I love stuff like that. Like I love to sprinkle that around. So that would be my color scheme if I had to kind of have a color scheme. But again, other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Like I like a bright white light versus the multicolored lights. And I know, back in the 80s when we were growing up, those really big lights that were just multicolored.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, those huge lights. And now
the
there's
ones that are like maybe 1.5 inches big.
Okay. Right. And you can literally screw it out like it would be a bulb and like a regular light. Yeah. Those really big lights. Those were cool when I was younger, but like now I'm like, what were we doing with these? Why do we have these big grandma-ish lights in here and all these different colors? So no, I don't care for a multicolor. I want something again similar. So I'm very, very minimal. I'll say it like that.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah. Do you have a color scheme that you like? I know your favorite color is yellow, but
yeah, I don't really, consider that to be, unless you think of like the red, green, gold type of theming that people do, but I don't necessarily consider yellow/gold super. That's not my favorite Christmas palette. Like if you notice my background is kind of a blue and silver. I do like that. I think my favorite though is going to be the white, silver with a little bit of gold. So like if I find like Christmas wrapping paper or Christmas gift bags or gift boxes that have that theme, I'm probably going to go with that. Last year I used the blue and silver themed wrapping paper. So most of my gifts came in that. So yeah, that color scheme works for me. And it just kind of feels more wintry and fall.
Hmm.
And I just kind of feel like the red, green, great, awesome. Red, green, gold, red, green, white, red, green, white, and gold.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's Christmas and whatnot. But I guess it kind of just is so traditional, and it's just been kind of like, oh yeah, green and red, Christmas, hoo-hoo, what they do. Doesn't really do much for me anymore now. Like I kind
Yeah.
of want those alternatives, and I've been seeing people have been throwing in like the rose gold color
Yeah.
into that as
Actually,
well.
Nikki, who was just on the
Hmm.
episode about friendship, she had a friend of hers come in and decorate like her tree and her mailbox and
Okay.
stuff like that. And so she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna add a little dash of pink in my decorations this year." I mean, so it looked nice. You know, it wouldn't
Hmm.
be something that I would do, but it. I went by her house at Thanksgiving and I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Oh, this is nice. How this is set up." But yeah, I wouldn't do that. Um,
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of the like nutcrackers and some of the ornaments have been like a more what I want to say like a jeweled or like a
hmm.
pastel to kind of
Hmm.
give that frosted sugar iced overlook to introduce more colors into it.
Hmm.
Not me. I don't like that, but I mean it works for other people.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm gonna stick
yeah.
with my blue, silver,
Hmm.
and gold.
Okay. Silver and gold. Yeah, that's right. We were talking about watching TV and stuff like that. And of course, you're playing video games, but I'm pretty much watching TV, movies, and stuff like that. And I'm not a big movie buff, but there are certain things that I like to watch. So do you have like a favorite Christmas movie or show that you have to like watch every year?
Yes.
Okay.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. That
You are so old.
HBO special is everything. It's so good. And it's now been remastered in HD. I mean, you can't beat it. So yes, I love that and what is it? The best Christmas pageant ever. That those are my
Feel like I've
two.
seen that or heard of that
Yeah,
before.
those are my two the traditional movies that or shows and specials that I like for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually was planning on watching it yesterday, Emmett
Hmm.
Otters, but my time just did not work out, so I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. I
Hmm.
have three.
Okay,
I
let's
think
hear it.
three. Three, maybe four.
Oh, okay,
Number one, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
okay.
Every single year, I have to watch that. I saw it in the theater when it came out. And ever since then, I've been hooked. So I have to watch that every single year. I got to figure out when I'm going to watch it. It'll probably be Christmas Eve since my brother will be here. My cousin may come up, he said too. So, I'm definitely going to watch it then. Number two would be This Christmas. And it's This Christmas with like Chris Brown, Idris Elba, Loretta Devine, Delroy Lindo,
Hmm.
Laz Alonso, your favorite. All of them, Regina King, all of them were in it. So I do watch that. I enjoy that. The Charlie Brown Christmas,
Hmm.
but I have to watch really all of the Charlie Brown specials. So I watch the Halloween one, I watch the Thanksgiving one, and I usually will watch the Christmas. I watched the Halloween this year. I did not watch Thanksgiving, so I'll probably go back and watch Thanksgiving just because I missed it. But
Okay,
and the or find it somewhere. I got to find it somewhere. But and the Christmas one, I'll definitely watch that.
I think those are all on Apple now.
They are, and I
Yeah.
don't have that. So yeah, I'm like, damn it, can this be on something else? Can somebody post it somewhere else so that I can watch it? Because I don't want to have to buy Apple. I actually just got rid of my Netflix. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I did. I was like, goodbye. I don't use you. I don't watch you. I'm good on that. So I don't have Netflix anymore. I'm a Netflix free house here.
Okay.
And the fourth one, if I had to have that fourth one, would be A Christmas Story. I don't have to see that every single year, but I try my best to watch it. And I remember years ago on like TBS or TNT, one of those Turner channels, they used to do 24 hours of A Christmas Story. So it would just run 24 hours and I could catch it that way. I don't think they do that anymore, but you can usually find it on TV somewhere.
Yeah.
And so
always playing.
yeah. And so I will sometimes go watch that, but like I don't have to see that every year. But if I catch it, if it's on, I'm like, okay, I'll stop and watch it. But those three. But National Lampoon is my absolute favorite. I mean, I can quote stuff in it, and I laugh at it like I'm watching it for the first time.
Okay. Interesting, because that actually is not my favorite of the Lampoon series, and I think I've seen it the least out of all of them, except for like the more modern reboot that they tried to do.
Yeah, I watch it every single year. I have to watch. That is my favorite one. That one followed by the very first one. So National Lampoon's Vacation, where they went to Wally World.
Yeah.
And was that the one where the aunt died? And they strapped her to the top of the car and dropped her off.
So. I think so. Yeah.
And the dog peed on the sandwiches, and they were eating. Yeah, that was great. So
yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go back a little bit to what I mentioned before. So if you could spend Christmas anywhere in the world, where would it be?
My house.
Your house. Okay.
My house. Yeah. My house, or a friend or a family's house. I don't necessarily have to be anywhere specifically in the world, as long my anywhere is with certain people. Again, getting sappy here. Yeah, that's with certain people. So we could be anywhere. We could be I've been in New York for Christmas and spent time with family, but like I'm not out doing stuff at Christmas, like on Christmas Day. I'm in the house with the family, or I've been in other parts of the country, and I'm usually just kind of posted up somewhere with people. So that's where it is for me. I don't really have to go anywhere like that. There are places that I want to go, but not necessarily for Christmas, but just places I want to go, period. So I know you travel or love to travel. So where do you want to go?
I would like to experience Christmas in Europe. So like in Amsterdam or a Berlin or something like that, where they really get into it, or even like Japan. Where they just are really big into Christmas. So I want to see what that experience is like, because I feel like those European experiences of Christmas would vary greatly depending, based on what I've experienced here. Like, I think they would really be into the different foods and the dressing up and the ornaments and all that. So I would love to see what that would be like. Ornaments, not balls. Ornaments, decorations,
and balls.
So some place in Europe or Japan, I think would probably be the best places for me to experience. But like you, nothing beats like being at home when it comes to experiencing Christmas. If that's going to be with family or you're hosting it yourself, I do feel like you can actually feel more Christmas spirit around your friends and your family. And, like I said earlier, like hopping from house to house and going to go visit people on Christmas Day, or dropping gifts off at your grandma's or your aunts and things like that. That was always fun for me. So yeah,
I enjoyed that too. And then when I was younger, it was always good because you knew that you were going to go get certain things at certain people's houses. So you would get a good portion of your stuff at home, but then you knew you had to go over to your grandmother's house or whatever. And then there would be stuff over there for you to open up when you got there too. Or you going over to somebody else's house and there's stuff for you to open up. So yeah, you get to go rack up, at a bunch of different places. So, yeah, but it was always, go ahead.
I was going to say rack up and then compare what you got to what your cousins and them got.
Yeah. You know what? I never did that though. I never compared, because I always got good shit. So I didn't compare, but it was like, okay, well, what did you get? Now, what I was able to do was I was able to, we could play together with stuff, and it's like, okay, hey, I got this. But it was always, I wanted to take some stuff with me that I had from my house because now that I think about it, most of the people's houses that I went to that I hung out with family stuff, they weren't I didn't see my male cousins on Christmas.
Mm.
I would see my male cousins maybe at other times, but I would always really see my female cousins a lot more, or just my grandparents, and I was the only child that was there, so it was like that. But I never really saw a lot of my male cousins, and if I did, it was, hey, what did you get here? Or I got this, I got that. So we just kind of play together, but we never really
Okay.
compared, yeah, like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like directly compare, like, oh, like
Hmm.
verbalize it like out loud. It would just become be like, oh, he got this, that, and other, or she got this, that, and other, and I
Hmm.
got that. Like, why didn't I get that? Because normally with my family, it would end up being something where we all got something nice, right?
Hmm.
But they would have gotten something nice, and then I would have got something nice, but they would have been completely different, nice things. Like they wouldn't be
Hmm.
comparable
Hmm.
items. Like it would be like, oh, so and so got a really nice, boot or something like that, and Jeff got this expensive electronic thing. Where
Hmm.
they may have gotten like something electronic, but it just wasn't like the same like level. That's all. Like it wasn't like, oh, they got an Atari and I got a Nintendo
I
or
got a
something like that. It
Commodore
wasn't like that.
64.
Yeah, there wasn't like any comparisons like that for me. It wasn't
Right.
like it would always be, you got what was your nice thing that you got, basically, not necessarily
Hmm.
a competition. So,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Did what was a gift? We talked about this maybe
mhm.
the 2 seasons ago, but what was a gift that you still remember from when you were little?
um, not to kind of like rehash, but I do want to kind of go back to something that we mentioned before.
Oh, yeah,
So,
go ahead.
a long time ago, for those of us that remember the wish books at Sears and the
And
service
service
merchandise
merchandise.
catalogs and the J.C. Penney Christmas catalogs and things like that, where you could flip through and find exactly what you want. So
Hmm.
again, I'm geeky. I like electronics. There was a stereo system that I wanted, and it had a tape deck. It had a record player, it had a radio, and it was all like built in one. And I just thought, oh, that would be neat. I would like to have that. It was at Service Merchandise. And I told my aunt, I said, oh, I want this one, blah, 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 this and another. So when Christmas Day came, or when
Hmm.
she brought it over or whatever, and I opened it up, it was what I wanted without the tape deck, which was like the key component because I wanted the tape deck so I could record off
Hmm.
of the radio and the record player. And I could not mitigate my disappointment. Let's
Mm.
just say that. Like
That
there
is the
wasn't any
second time you
tears.
have
It was just
said
kind of
mitigate.
like, yeah, there wasn't like any type of tears or anything. It was just like, oh, okay. This doesn't have the tape deck. All right. I'll deal with it. And it was
Hmm.
like, what was wrong is like, nothing wrong. Is that this one just doesn't have the tape deck. And you just not, this isn't what you want. I said, it is what I wanted. It's just that it's missing a key feature that I really wanted at the time. And so I just was like, I got it, but it was like, I would have rather not have even gotten it at all at the time.
So what happened that you didn't have the tape deck? It was a different model.
I think it was just a different model. Like they may have had like two different models at the store because I don't know. I didn't go to the store.
Right.
I just showed her a picture of what it was, and so she may not have realized that that's what
It
I
didn't have it.
wanted was the one with
Hmm.
the tape deck. And for all I know, maybe they didn't have it in stock. Now that I'm older, maybe they sold her that one. Maybe there was one, in the back or underneath the one that she picked up. I have no
Hmm.
idea how she got it from the store into her shopping cart to her house and it get wrapped and all that. So I don't know how all that happened. So I
Hmm.
can't like put any blame. But what happened from that was after then, when I found something that I wanted,
That's right.
that's where it got into the okay. So I want the Pioneer
Hmm.
model X2598-C, not the 82-9B, but the dash C.
Dash
I
C.
want that specific one. And after that, I didn't have any more problems.
Well, there you
After
go.
that, we were on key. Like that, I had the SKU, the product number, and the model number, so that going forward, never had those problems anymore. So it's very hard for people to buy electronics from me, and I prefer to buy them myself, just because I'm the type of person that I know exactly. There's a reasoning behind me selecting the electronics that I want and the model number and all those things, because I've already done all this research. So I prefer people to not buy me electronics, just because I know exactly what I want, and I don't want to be disappointed or ungrateful like I was that day. Like I was a brat that day, because I just, and I know that she felt bad, and I felt bad about it at the time. Once I got older, like the next day, I was like, oh, I probably should have done that. This is my favorite aunt. But yeah, that one stands out for me as the gift that I will never forget.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know
Hopefully your story is a
I
lot
have a
more
better one, right? Yeah,
uplifting
that I wasn't
than mine.
an ungrateful ass brat because I didn't get the tape deck. Nah, but it wasn't. I don't know that I have a gift that I just that like stands out above any others, because as people have said, listen, I got what I wanted for the most part. Anything that I wanted, I got when I was younger. So I was pretty simple though when it comes to stuff like that. I didn't really ask for a whole lot of electronics for people to get messed up anyway. I was a big action figure guy. So that was what I wanted. So I was like, hey, I want this, this, and this. And then at the time, you could, when you got an action figure, you would flip it to the back and it would show you all of the action figures that were in that set that they had already produced. So, it's crazy because I'm just now remembering that I did this, but I would buy or we would get the action figure, whoever would buy it for me, and I would take it out of the package, but I would hold on to the back that had all of the other action figures on it. And so whenever I was asked what I wanted for Christmas, I could just pull out one of the backs from those action figures and I go, okay, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one. I need these.
Okay.
And and so that was like the thing that my parents could do. They could just kind of take that and go, okay, well, we got to get this one, we got to get this one, we got to get this one, we got to find this one. And I remember one year I was heavy into DC comics at the time. And I was into, they used to be called the Super Friends. We know them as the Justice League now, but they used to be called the Super Friends. And so I remember I wanted all of the Super Friends. Like there was a whole set there's probably like 8 heroes and 4 villains. And I think between my birthday, which is in September, and Christmas, I ended up getting every one of those figures. I got the Hall of Justice.
Okay.
I had Superman's ship, which I don't know why he had a ship. I got the Batmobile. I had Lex Luthor's ship. I had everything that year. So I had the entire collection of what they had. So that does kind of stand out to me as something that I got, but it wasn't like, it wasn't something that I was like, oh my God, this was the greatest thing, that I got. But it was definitely memorable. And, I like to take care of my stuff. And I was so crazy. Like I would put my toys to sleep. So like my action figures, I made beds for them out of like Kleenex, and they had blankets and like all of that stuff. Yeah. Right.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there is something wrong with that. There's a lot wrong with that. Yeah. I made a Kleenex bed or Kleenex beds for my action figures. Yes. At least for the first few nights after Christmas. After that, I was like, okay, well, y'all just whatever. But yeah.
You was like, oh boy, on Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah. I was still, I definitely still would play with them, but I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna really, really take care of you for the first few days. And then after that, it's like, we're good. I'll just put you away safely, but I'm not gonna make a bed for you and all of that stuff.
You're not shiny and new anymore.
No, no, unfortunately not. So,
Have you ever gotten a gift that you ended up regifting?
not regifting, but giving away, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Again, because people do not know how to shop for me. So a lot of times I'll hold on to it for a little bit and then I'll give it away. I mean, I'm giving it away now that that's my thing. I will definitely give my stuff away. So there are times where I've gotten stuff and I'm like, well, why did I get this? Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And then I'll just kind of give it away to somebody else or give it to Goodwill or something like that. But
Okay.
nothing super recent that I have gotten that I have given away. But there were some things that I got maybe in this past decade between the 2010s. Definitely some stuff that I got during that. I was like, I can't wear this, or I would not wear this. So thank y'all for getting this. But yeah, so I'll just kind of give it away. I won't re-gift it to anybody. I can't think of anything that I've re-gifted to someone else. But yeah, have you?
I've never regifted anything. I like you. I've given things away, or donated, but I've not regifted anything. If someone gave it to me, I'm just gonna end up keeping it, or not opening it and then giving it away or donating it. I had an aunt that did not. I guess I knew that she did not expect me to be there, and she just had something to give and she wanted me to have a gift, and I could just tell. And I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, you really did not have to do this. I'm okay. I'm not the type of person that's going to get upset because you didn't give me a Christmas gift. I'm adult. I'm an adult now. But yeah, she got me something which wasn't not useful, but it was something that I had a better version of, which was a roasting pan. And I was like, okay, well, this is nice. I mean, I don't need this, but thanks. So what's interesting is I ended up using it, and I can't remember exactly what I used it for. But I did end up using it, so it ended up being useful. But I only remember using it once, and then when I moved, it was something that I think I donated.
Okay.
The interesting thing about it is that years later, she got me the exact same roasting pan. The exact same roasting pan. And I was like, okay, well, thanks. This time I didn't bother opening it up. I just kept it in the box that it came in. And when I moved, I ended up donating it brand new in the box.
Wouldn't it have been serendipitous if like the one you donated was the one, let's say it wasn't in a box, but the one you donated was the one that she like picked up somewhere. So was like, ooh, Jeff could use this. And then like you actually got that same roasting pan back again.
Yeah, not likely, because I both items were donated to gay charities. So that would have been a very interesting story.
Yeah. Talking about, well, I was at this little thrift store. Yeah.
Now,
and,
what were you doing at that thrift store?
Out of
That's
the
what I
closet,
want to know.
Right. Talking about, well,
What's tea?
I thought, yeah, right, talking about, yeah, I just saw this place and I was like, oh, they have stuff that you would normally have in your closet. So, no, yeah, so
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
Let's see. What do you have anything on your list this year?
I don't have anything on my list this year. I'm at that point where there's, again, like I said earlier, like as an adult, there's anything that I can realistically purchase with my own money or that I can afford, I can just get it. I don't have to like wait. So I have to give people the opportunity to get me things. As a person that, as you mentioned, I'm in a relationship, I'm dating someone. So I am giving them the opportunity to gift me something before I buy anything major. So we'll exchange gifts and see how that goes. If I get something that I think that I would get or would have purchased myself, then great. If they get me something that is really thoughtful that I didn't know that I needed or didn't know that I wanted. Like I like to give, then all the better for that. But I don't have a specific item that I would be like, ooh, I can't wait for someone to get me this for Christmas. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay.
What about yourself?
That's good. I want my student loans forgiven. That's on my Christmas list. And that's my Christmas wish. That is my Christmas wish. So any of our listeners out there, if you are or work in any industry that deals with loans and stuff like that and could help a brother out, help a brother out.
Okay. Help two.
Okay. Help two brothers out, please. Please.
Right. You'll get it back 20-fold that way.
Would you please help us out? So.
Oh, goodness.
Any music? Let's talk about music. We actually have a Christmas playlist, everybody.
We do.
So
we do have a Christmas
you need
playlist.
to go listen to that while you are in the kitchen baking those Christmas cookies for Santa, or you're making that Christmas crab boil because you don't want to eat traditional food that you just ate at Thanksgiving, or if you're just sitting around drinking eggnog, whatever, hop on our Christmas playlist. There's probably going to be a link or a QR code on the screen. Scan it. Check us out. Is there a song that gets stuck in your head every year?
I actually don't have a Christmas song that gets stuck in my head every year. Yeah, I usually until I don't even really start listening to Christmas music until like the first week of Christmas, of December rather. I kind of like avoid it. I know that there used to be this thing where, on the radio, Thanksgiving night, they start playing their Christmas music like right then. Because I don't listen to the radio now, mostly like a lot of people, I'm streaming things down from YouTube Music or Spotify. So I don't really listen to the radio that much. So I'm kind of shielded from it. So I don't really have the opportunity to get anything.
Who is really listening to the radio anymore, though?
People, because they giving away concert tickets.
On the radio. Okay, I guess.
Yeah. People still use the radio. But yeah, I'm not really, exposed to Christmas music like that unless it's of my choosing. And so since I'm making the choice to listen to the music, there's no earworms that I end up having to deal with when it comes to that. So
Gotcha.
How about yourself?
Okay. I don't have a song that gets stuck in my head, but I do have a song. Again, I've told y'all this before. My song is Let It Snow by Boyz II Men. On repeat. I can listen to that. Every year when it's time to start playing Christmas music, that is one of the first things that I pop on. I actually have a Christmas playlist on Apple Music. So if you have Apple Music, just look up my name, Darius M. Curitan. I have a Christmas playlist called Christmas Interpretations. A lot of the songs that are on our Just Drawz podcast Christmas playlist are on that Christmas Interpretations. It's just a little bit longer playlist. So when it's time for Christmas music, I usually just put that on. Now this year I have 2 playlists that I can play. So I've been playing ours a little bit more than I have been playing my own personal one. But yeah, if you're on Apple Music, you can definitely look me up and go pull my Christmas playlist from there. But yeah, it doesn't get stuck in my head every year, but I have to hear it at least 200 times probably during the holiday season. I have to. It's a must. So I could listen to that album though, top to bottom. There's a couple of skips on there, but for the most part, I can listen to that top to bottom.
When did that song come out?
I was in high school, so 90.
So it was in the 90s.
94, 95, somewhere there.
Okay. Okay. So would you consider that?
But yeah.
Would you consider that song to be nostalgic for you?
Yeah. It definitely takes me back to a simpler time. It takes me back to a point where I didn't have to worry about being an adult, where I could just kind of, I was doing some adult things, but I didn't necessarily have to worry about paying bills and shit like that. So
Okay.
but that is nostalgic for me. I'm actually gonna look up when it came out.
Okay.
But what about you?
Yeah.
Do you have any that are nostalgic?
I would say, like, for me, again, I grew up where, Saturday morning, the radio and record player is about to get turned on and it's time to clean the house.
Mm-hmm.
Before or after after we get home from the, no, before we go to the grocery store. That's what my mom used to do. So I would say that there's two things. Definitely the Johnny Mathis Christmas album. My mom played that all the
Is
time,
that why you
every
put
year.
that song on there, that Johnny Mathis song on
Yes,
there?
I
Okay.
did.
Okay.
That
Because I was
so
like,
yeah.
where did this song come from? But okay.
Yeah, well, I have a very wide
You
range of
do.
music that I listen to.
You do.
Very
You
wide.
absolutely do. It is all over the
So
place.
yeah, so that song, Marshmallow World, I believe, is what I selected
Hmm.
on the Holidaze track or
Hmm.
Holidaze playlist. Yeah, that song is definitely nostalgic because we used to listen to the album from beginning to end, both sides, because the record player, you
That's
put it
right.
on, it's going to play the
Flip
whole
it over.
thing. As now that we have vinyl back, so y'all know how
Hmm.
vinyl works. So yeah, flip it over, listen to the whole thing. My mom wanted to listen to the whole entire album, so that would be blasting through the house. We had like four speakers in our house
Hmm.
because we had one of those components where you had speakers A and then speakers B, and then you could
Hmm.
run them both at the same time. So you'd have
Hmm.
music playing in the living room, and then you could have we had our living room is very big, my mom's house,
Hmm.
and so the front had the A speakers and the back had the B speakers, and so it basically wafted throughout the entire house. There was no escaping the music.
Hmm.
So yeah, that song was very nostalgic for me. And Johnny's part of the community.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. So there's that. Doesn't
Is
have
he
any
still
influence
living?
on me. What's that?
Is he still living?
I believe he is. Yeah,
Okay.
he ain't going on to the upper room just yet. I don't
The
think.
upper room. Yeah.
Upper room.
93. 93 was when that album came out. Boys to Men.
Okay, so
Christmas
yeah, yeah.
Interpretations. Yeah. So I remember, yeah, I was like, I couldn't remember if I was sophomore or junior in high school, but yeah, so I remember that.
Okay,
But cool.
awesome. So now let's move on to something we love to talk about, which is food.
Bo- 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 bo.
What is your favorite Christmas food or treat?
Anything that we had for Thanksgiving.
So you just want to do Thanksgiving 2.0.
Run it back. Run it back. I run it back. I love Thanksgiving food, like period. So we can do Thanksgiving. We can have it again at Christmas. And I used to be pissed because we didn't have it at New Year's. So because I was like, I don't want black eyed peas and collard greens. Give me dressing and macaroni and cheese and some other stuff. Or if you're gonna do that, add some dressing and some macaroni and cheese and some something else and some something else. So yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care about that. I wanted that for Easter. I wanted Thanksgiving food for Easter. It does not matter. I can have it whenever. So I don't really have a famous or favorite Christmas food or treat. I will say this though. My cousin every year, if you follow me on Facebook, every year I do a picture with two of my favorite cousins, and it's two females. And so I'm usually in the center, I'm usually in the center, and they flank me either time, anytime we take that picture. So every year for Thanksgiving, we always take a new selfie, and I will
Okay.
update my page, what do you call it, the cover page on
Yeah.
Facebook. I
Hmm.
will update that every year with our new picture. So if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see that I have the new picture there. But one of my cousins, both of them are great cooks. One cousin is definitely a great cook, and then they get it both from their mom, who is a phenomenal cook, my aunt, and so she does a Christmas brunch every Christmas at her house, and she lays the shit out. Like, I've
Okay.
been 2 or 3 times, I think, because usually I don't go back home for Christmas, but she lays it out. I mean, shrimp and grits. She does, bacon,
The shrimp that you
sausage,
don't
and
eat.
the shrimp that I don't fucking eat, but I eat the grits. So yeah, she does that. She did stuffed French toast last year that was so good. She will do omelets to order. So like whatever people want in their omelets, she's making them like right there. So good, so good. Her mom will make like a breakfast casserole. So that brunch is so delicious. And so anything that she makes for that other than the shrimp usually is good for me. And so if I had teleportation powers, I would love to be able to just teleport to her house on Christmas, go to the brunch, and come on back to my house. I'm good on that, so I can take a nap. But it is so good. So I hate I'm gonna miss that, but it is that would be one thing that I enjoy about that, because like I said, she is a great cook. And everything she makes is good. Do you have a favorite? I know at one point you were talking about mincemeat cookies.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's my favorite. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
it's something that unique that a lot of, well, maybe not unique, but it's not something that a lot of people that I know eat outside of my core family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I mean, it's a good treat. It's just not my favorite
Mm-hmm.
Christmas thing. You know, unlike you, like I'm, I'm good on turkey. Like once we get past Thanksgiving, like I'm good. So
Mm-hmm.
usually my mom is always like, if we would have turkey for Thanksgiving, and then it would be another type of poultry happening for Christmas. So we've had duck, we've had goose, we've
My
had
mom
Cornish
does that.
hens.
Yeah, my mom does that too. I'm gonna make a hen. And I'm like,
Yep.
it looks like chicken to me. And
Yes, it
so
does look like chicken. But it's cool. Like I like it. So I like
yeah.
that we're not having the same protein that we just had like 4 weeks ago for this big day. Like I'm off. I'm not at school. I don't want to eat turkey again. But we will
Mm-hmm.
have like the dressing and maybe mac and
Mm-hmm.
cheese, and there may be like a couple of different veggies to
Other
go with
sides.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, the poultry, the main protein is going to change. Sometimes we've had ham, I think too. Some it just depends, because normally with our family, the ham comes out for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
But or we may have like a turkey breast for Easter. But most of the time it's always been ham. But yeah, so once Christmas comes, that's when the little fancier like stuff will come out. So I do like a Christmas duck. I haven't had that in a long time. Duck can be a little fatty, and a lot of people don't like that part about it, but that actually kind of is the best part, because it makes it more moist than like a turkey. So,
I
but
feel
yeah.
like we had duck one time before, but I don't remember. I just remember my mom always talking about a hen. She was gonna do a hen, she's
Hmm.
gonna do a hen. And I remember thinking to myself, okay, it's gonna taste like chicken. It's fine. So it is what it is. But yeah, I wanted all those sides. I wanted the sweet potatoes, I wanted the dressing, I wanted the macaroni and cheese. We could have some greens, that's fine. But I
Hmm.
wanted all of that Thanksgiving stuff. Just run it back.
So you wanted all of that stuff, but
Hmm.
what is it that you didn't want? And you can't include seafood in this answer.
That's exactly what
You
I was getting
can't
ready to say.
include seafood.
Seafood. Don't give me no goddamn seafood. Um, Gosh, let's see. What didn't I want? I can't think of anything that I didn't want. I will say this. We've talked about this in the Thanksgiving episode about my mom just like being okay as a cook, like not being
Mm,
a great cook per se. My mother would like make up stuff, or she would alter things a little bit.
okay.
So let me give you an example. Let me give our listeners an example. So normal households would have banana pudding, right? My mother and I don't eat bananas. So what my mom would do is she would substitute bananas, substitute bananas for pineapple. So we pineapple pudding.
Are you okay?
I'm not,
Do
because
you need a moment?
as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow. Now it wasn't bad. It didn't taste bad, and I would eat it, but I'm just like, wow, like pineapple, like
Okay.
How did you go from bananas like to pineapple? So
Okay.
she would do that, or she would like she would make coconut cake, and like we would use my aunt's recipe for coconut cake. It's a
Hmm.
refrigerated coconut cake, so it's really super good. But she would put like lemon in it in the cake, and I'm going, okay, why does it taste a little bit different? And I'm like, okay, because there's lemon in it, and so it would be like a lemon coconut cake. Or one time, I feel like she put pineapple in the coconut cake too,
Hmm.
so it's like that. Or she would
So
take
she
a
was making like a
recipe.
pina colada.
Yeah, right. A pina colada, refrigerated cake, an icebox cake. I don't know, but there would be like she would kind of make stuff up, and so I'm not going to say that there are things that weren't necessarily good, but I would have wanted the original. So I'll say some of those altered dishes, those made
Hmm.
up dishes, I'd be like, okay, yeah, can we just have the regular thing? Can we just have, if we're going to do the banana pudding without the bananas, let's just do that. But
No
you
razzle
don't have to,
dazzle.
yeah, you don't have to, like when people say, oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna make the broccoli and cheese casserole, but I'm gonna put a couple of other special ingredients up in there. And you're like, no,
Mm.
no, 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 don't do that. Just keep it the way it is. So yeah.
Make it default before we
Okay.
start
Yeah. Right.
altering, or just
Yeah.
eliminate something, but don't add anything to it.
Make a small portion for yourself, but then make this the original for everybody else. And then like if we want to kind of taste on this, okay, that's cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Do you have anything
Um,
you don't want besides turkey?
um, you know, I'm when it comes to traditional winter holiday foods, I'm actually kind of good on green bean casserole.
Okay.
Like, give me green beans,
And give me a casserole.
saute them, boil them,
Hmm.
grill them, do all that stuff. Just I'm not a fan of the casserole. I don't know if it's the soup part. I don't know. I just feel like green beans can just stand on their own. They don't need all that extra. So yeah,
Hmm.
just make me a little plate of untarnished
Green beans,
green
but don't
beans,
but
and
don't
then you
put that cream of
use the
mushroom soup
rest of
in it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you put all of that, the green onion, the crispy onions and all that stuff, which
Hmm.
I love. But put that to the side for everybody else. Just give me a little. Take out one scoop of green beans, a little bowl of that, and then I'll do the rest. You don't even have
Hmm.
to cook it. I'll take care of it. Give me a skillet and some olive oil and some salt and pepper. I'll take care of that for myself.
We never had that. We never had green bean casserole. I used to see that, on commercials, and I'm like, what the hell
Hmm.
is that? But yeah, we never had that at the house at all. So we'd always just have green beans. So I'm not familiar with how that
And
runs.
the thing about it is that it's an attractive looking dish. I just do not like that combination of things together. So
Hmm.
doesn't work for me. Getting a no.
Okay, right.
Not doing that one.
Hmm.
Not doing that one.
Understood. Understood. So,
Hmm.
do anybody in your family, or does anybody in your family, or even you and your partner, do you do matching Christmas pajamas or ugly sweaters?
Hell no. I don't give a damn about any of that. Like, I feel like that the internet made that more of a thing than anything
Hmm.
else. And
Yeah.
I swear it's a marketing thing because now
Hmm.
you've got matching pajamas. You got his and her pajamas, and you've got family pajamas.
That's right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to look like you folks on Christmas. I
Hmm.
don't like that. Like, let me have my own individual thing. I don't want to be in uniform with the
Okay.
rest of you guys. Like, y'all do that. You let me do this
Hmm.
because y'all do that. Because with me, when it comes to things like that, a lot of my issue is that, yes, it's matching. I may not like the way the pants fit, or I may not like the way the shirt fits. So to me, yes, that looks great on you because you have the lady version of it, or the way your body is shaped. Yeah, that looks good on you. I don't feel like it works for everyone universally. And usually, my understanding is it's not like you can like individually like get like, oh, I want a extra large top, but I want a large bottom or something like that. You kind of get it as like a set. So it just seems for me impractical. But yeah, I don't like looking like everybody else when it comes to stuff like that. So don't put me in a uniform. I don't want matching pajamas. And this is the first ugly sweater that I've ever purchased. So I only got this specifically for this podcast. And
That's
then
right.
a couple of weeks later, I got invited to an ugly Christmas sweater party. And I didn't want to wear the same thing. So I bought a second one. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm probably not going to wear this until next year.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
wear
You're
it
not
at all
supposed
next
to.
year,
Yeah.
just because I'm not an ugly Christmas sweater person. So this may
Mm-hmm.
end up in the donation pile by the time we
Hold
get to
on to
spring.
it. Yeah. Hold on to it. Just keep it.
I'm unless it's themed, like I'm not doing this. So that's the only reason why I have this on is because it's for the theme of this podcast episode.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all can have that.
It's not fair. I love it. I love a uniform. I love a theme. I'm into Christmas sweaters. So yeah, I don't have I don't have ugly ones anymore like that. Like the one ugly one that I had got too big for me, and I actually gave it to my baby brother. So if you go back to my social media to last Christmas, there's a picture of me and some of my siblings, and my baby brother has on this Christmas sweater with a reindeer on it, and the reindeer has on shades, and it actually has a pouch that you can put your drink in. So he has that sweatshirt. I like I said, I gave him that. So I have this one, which is not ugly, but I have this. This is a sweatshirt more so than anything, but I have two of these. I do have a Power Rangers Christmas sweater, but it isn't ugly. So
Okay.
me and my brother has one too. And so I'll probably tell him to bring that with him. So maybe we can take a couple of pictures while he's here in our Power Rangers Christmas sweaters. And the family Christmas card is everybody has these shirts, has these sweatshirts. So it's going to have all of us in our Temptations sweatshirts. Christmas pajamas, I don't mind matching Christmas pajamas if like everybody's going to do it, or if I'm in a group, and everybody's doing it, or it doesn't have to be the same. Like it doesn't have to be okay, we've got to have the exact same outfit. But like let's say I have on the pants to the outfit, and then I have on a tank top or some other kind of shirt on top, and then
Okay.
somebody else may have on the top but then have a different pair of bottoms, or they may have something completely different and then have something tied around it, like kind of editorial in that sense, where it's like it's not the exact same thing but the color scheme is there, or the patterns are there. So I don't mind any of that stuff. So once I have a partner, maybe we'll do something similar to that, where it won't be necessarily matching pajamas, but it's like, okay, well, we'll do something. You get these pants, I'm gonna get, this top or whatever, and we can, we'll take a picture or whatever on Christmas or whatnot. But I don't have a problem with any of that. Anything fashion related, we are good. I am all in for.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all can have that. I just feel like I feel like social media just made it become a thing, like in the
Hmm.
early 2000s, like maybe the O fives or O sixes, and unfortunately, it just kind of stuck and then became its own little thing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like this tradition, and
Hmm.
I'm not going to participate in it unless I just absolutely have to.
Hmm.
It's just not for me, not my thing.
Okay. All right. I hear you.
All right. So, what would be your true meaning of Christmas? Like, what's something that's personal that is Christmas for you?
Christmas, according to, the way that we were raised as far as religion goes, and what the real meaning is, the birth of Christ, So to not to negate that, but what I think about when I think about Christmas, definitely that's the first thing I think about. But what I think about more so is the rebirth of connections. For me is what Christmas is. So rebirth or recommitment of connections with people that I'm close to. So friends, family, significant others, just people who have had profound impacts on my life. I think that when we get a chance to celebrate that globally or more corporately, it's a thing that is really what the true meaning of Christmas is for me. It's maintaining those bonds and showing up in the ways that maybe we haven't had time to do throughout the rest of the year, because this specific time of the year is about goodwill toward men and, stuff like that. So I think about those things when it comes to Christmas, because
Okay.
like I said, we get so bogged down sometimes with our day to day that we tend to forget, people. It's out of sight, out of mind, or, and you hear that charge it to my head and not my heart kind of thing. But around Christmas is really when you start to think about the memories that you had with people and the good times that you had with people and your own specific memories. And also, Christmas also is the point where you're really in the wind down phase of that whole year. So I get to be a lot more reflective, and I get to kind of sit with myself and say, okay, who was I in this year? And then who do I want to be next year? Because, the new year will be right around the corner. So it's a time of reflection, and it's a time of connection for me. So what about you?
Similarly, because Christmas is exactly 1 week from New Year's Day.
Right.
So after the coming together of Thanksgiving and then having Christmas like a month after, usually, which has been my experience, has been the people that I get to see during Thanksgiving, I may not see them during Christmas, and vice versa. And so it's the last half of the year, last quarter of the year, last 30 days or so of the year, where you get to kind of see all the people that are important to you in your life. You may get some phone calls or text messages that you haven't been on the receiving end or sending out of to people that you haven't talked to in a while. So it does become very reflective. So I do, as similar to you, use it as a time to kind of reflect on what has happened this past year, being thankful, thinking about those different connections, where I'm at with different friendships, my relationships with those people, anything that's new, anything that has changed with people that I know. And then also thinking about the forecast of what the next year can bring and what those opportunities could be. Even though I'm not the type of person that would sit down and like wait for New Year's Day to come before I would start something new or, do something that I want to achieve or start on it. Usually I just be like, oh, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to do it now. I'm not going to wait to the first of the year to just start it. It's a good time for me to think about all of that stuff. So yeah, I think for me, it's just seeing the people that that I love, that I haven't seen for a while. And as I've gotten older, realizing that, I'm not going to have that nostalgia, not have that Christmas nostalgia that where, oh yeah, it was really fun as a kid and I didn't have to worry about things. I could just be on the receiving end of a gift, or, all my cousins were around and it was easy to see them all. And now everyone's like spread all over the planet or living in different places, or they've got their own families and they're doing Christmas at their house. It's all of that, I can reminisce about, but know that I won't be able to experience like that ever again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely. I am there with you on that. So,
of course, as we are usually in tune.
we are very hive minded, and we've told y'all that. So yes. So I think we did it. I think we made it through the year.
We've made it.
We've made it through season 3, of this little podcast that could, we definitely thank everybody that has rocked with us since we started, and definitely rocked with us while we were going through all of this year. We've seen some growth in, our numbers. We've seen some growth in our viewership, stuff like that. And we hope that you all will continue to rock with us and that you will continue to share our podcast with people that you know and with people that you don't know and stuff like that, and come in the comments and talk to us and all of those things. So
yeah, we love that engagement.
Yeah.
It's been good connecting, and I think that's one of the things that I like about where we are now is because we are small enough where when we do reach out and like your comments and things like that, or just respond back to any of our replies, like it's really personal for us. Like we're not one of those big guys where we've got 50 comments on every post.
Now we'd like
those
that,
people can't.
but
We like it, but we can't engage with people
Mm-hmm.
like that, and we get a little bit more of an intimate, up close and personal style of engagement with our listeners, viewers, and followers. So we do appreciate each one of y'all that have been listening and rocking and watching and seeing us transition into where we are. And where we started to where we are now, and things are still evolving over here at this podcast.
That's right. And if there's anything too that you think any topics that we're getting ready to go into season 4, if there's any topics that you think we should be covering, or things that you would like to hear us cover, any guests that you think we should have on, definitely let us know that. Pop into our DMs, pop into our comments on any of the episodes and let us know, because we are the ones that actually look at those comments. We are the ones who respond. So it's not a bot. It's not a team of
it's not a production company.
Production company or anything like that. It's us, looking at these comments and going, hey, thank you for that. And we appreciate you for that. So let us know. We have a bunch of show ideas already set up for season 4. We already have some stuff recorded actually that we're going to be releasing early in 26. So again, we thank y'all for rocking with us and being here. So.
Yes, yeah. And like Darius said, please feel free to reach out to us. We also have our Ask Just Drawz at gmail.com. So feel free to hit that inbox up if there's anything that you want to send in more detail, or any questions that you have for us, anything that you want us to clarify that we've talked about on previous shows. I mean, if you want to dig back into the crate,
please do.
Going back to that season 1 where it was just audio only, and you want to be like, hey, y'all said this, and in this other episode, you said that. So what changed? Because there may have been something that we missed. So if you were one of those people, feel free to just, call us out. We are not scared of conflict or confrontation here at Just Drawz.
That's right. That's right. I'm definitely not scared of confrontation. So let's go. I look forward to it. And we want to definitely tell you all happy holidays.
Yes.
And happy New Year to you as well, because we probably won't see you until the new year. But please be safe out there. Enjoy your families. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the connections that you have made with others, the connections that you made with us, and just in this Yuletide season, do what makes you happy. Do what keeps you grounded.
That's right. Because we want to see you next year, and we want to be seen next year as well. But we've got a lot down the pipeline and some new ideas that we're going to be coming up with. So there'll be some refreshment, I think, of our podcast. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that.
All right. So let's close out, Jay.
All right. Wrapping up this gift of an episode of Just Drawz. We hope you felt the love, laughed a little bit, and learned something new about us.
And as we just told you, the conversation does not stop here. Make sure that you come and hit us in our DMs and our inboxes. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your stories. Let us know your memories, your holiday memories, or if you just want to come in and say, Merry Christmas, Drawz, that's fine too.
That's fine too. Until then, just be bold, just be beautiful, and most importantly, just be merry and bright.
That's right. We will catch y'all next time.
Peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Now be sure to like, share, and follow us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and Spotify at Just Drawz. That's JUST DRAWZ. Until next time,